back to my channel. I'm Jamie and today we are going to do another skin tone tutorial. Today we are using this lovely book that I have no idea what it's called. Still have no idea what it's called. But I will do my best to link it down in the description box down below. But the important part of this video is that we are going to use Polychromos pencils. Yay! The crowd goes wild. We're so excited. It's going to be fun. Alright, so grab whatever book you have. It doesn't have to be this book. I just picked it because it's Asian. That's why I picked it. Alright, so today we are going to do a rather pale, lots of kind of yellowy tone for our beautiful, who is this? Who's the one with all the hair? Rapunzel, that's who it is. I have boys, I know all the superheroes. Ooh, ask me the Disney princesses, I have no idea. Okay, so Rapunzel. This is who she is supposed to be, but we are going to do her skin. So, alright, so the key with Polychromos pencils is to layer. We want to put lots of layers down and we want to put layers to blend, and that's the whole key. Now you know everything you need to know. Layer. Okay. Let's start with our itty bitty pencil here. It's one of the most used pencils in my kit here, and that is Light Flesh 132. And we are going to put a light coating of this color on the page. I'm on one, you guys. So I'll tell you, today was the second day of school. They went back to school. I was more excited than they were. They were home for 5 months and they went back to school. They were so thrilled. I mean, there's a whole bunch of changes and, you know, all that jazz of having to wear a mask and wash their hands a million times a day. But they went and they're so excited and I was so excited and everybody was just so happy. And on the even better side of things, my autistic son, he is 9 in a couple of weeks. He has never slept through the night. I'm always really jealous, you know, when new moms are talking about their babies and they're like, oh, we finally got our first night of sleep after 5 months. It was just amazing. And I'm like, 5 months? What would it be like to only have gone 5 months? Here I am at 9 years. We changed his medication and he has now slept through the night for 4 nights in a row. That means we've had 4 nights of uninterrupted sleep. Oh, you guys, I feel like a new person. It's exciting. Alright, put down this all over her skin. It's kind of hard to work with such a tiny pencil. So put it all over her skin. I have some extenders somewhere, but do I want to go dig for it? No, I don't. This just gives us a nice, can you even see it? Is it showing up? It kind of showed up on her hand. This just gives us a color to work on our first layer because we're doing layers. It's like a cake. We're doing layers. So it kind of gives us a good place to start. So this coloring book is so cute. One of the pictures that I colored on here I have on my wall. I'll see if I can put a clip of it in right here. I remember. So I love this book, but I don't color in it very often, but I think it's a beautiful, and the paper is really nice. But they kind of have minimal lines here at the nose and mouth. So I'm kind of having to think about it with shading. So we're just going to go all over with this color. And we'll we got to keep that in mind. And And we don't want to forget her neck. Here. I'm excited to color this page. So in case you didn't know, or I haven't said this before, I'm sure I have, but I have been finishing all of the pictures that we have been coloring here during this series, and I will do a flip through of all of them at the end of our series. So you'll see kind of what I did with each of those girls that we have colored. Okay, so that gives us our first layer of color. I'm still using that same pencil. I don't know, felt like building up a little bit. Smoothing it out in a few places. Okay, move on, let's move on. Okay. Now, our next color, I don't want anyone to freak out. Do not panic. There is no need to panic. But our next color, no panicking people, is going to be earth green. Green, it's green. Don't panic. Okay, so we're gonna use this for our shadow. So we're gonna put it where the shadows are gonna be. And we're starting out with very soft layers, and we'll build up the colors. So everything we do is going to be very soft pressure, and we just want to lay some color down, and it's going to little by little build up. So have her palm here. There's going to be a shadow where the palm kind of rests on the head, on her face. Don't know why I just forgot the word face. I think I'd be doing good all that sleep I've been getting. Okay, so around her hand. And just don't panic. You see green and you might panic. Don't. It's gonna be okay. I promise. Just do everything lightly. Okay, and I want to put a shadow here where the bend of her wrist is, and then right here where her sleeve is. Okay, lightly just up the arm. Okay, can you see that? I hope you can. In my monitor it's really light, but maybe I can fix that in editing so you can kind of see what I'm doing. All right, her neck. We want to do kind of the perimeter of her whole neck, because we have like shadow where her dress is, and shadow under the hand, and then a shadow that the chin is going to make. So we've kind of gone around the whole perimeter of her neck. Okay. All right, now her face. Let's put some along her hairline. So darken that up a little bit, putting some shadows. Go all the way along her hairline there. That looks good. Can you guys see that? I hope you can see that. Okay, and then her ear has some creases, so we want to get in some of that, and where the hair touches the ear, There we go. So behind any creases, and then there. Okay. All right, her eye. I want to go right in the crease of her eye with this green. I'm still really light, and anything I want to build, I'll use multiple layers rather than pressure. Okay, so I'm going to put that in her crease of her eye, and then I'm going to kind of fill in this area here so that we have some nice shading around her eye and back towards her hairline, because your face is round. And so the sides of your face are going to be more in shadow than the very front of your face. So I'm doing that. Okay. And I want to do it the same with the other side. So I'll start in her crease. It just kind of gives me a place to start. And then I connect it to the hairline. So in the crease of her eye, and then under her eye, kind of going 3/4 of the way under her eye. I don't take it all the way to the inner quarter. And then I'm going to connect it to the shading of her hairline. Okay, so nice, easy shading there. Okay. All right, now we have her nose and her mouth. Okay, I'm looking to see what I did on my other picture, because it's just on the wall there. Okay, maybe I'm going to take from the nostril here to the eyebrow, and I'm going to very lightly make a soft line to her eyebrow there. And then I'm going to kind of fade it out a little bit so that we have a diffused line. It's not harsh. It's just kind of soft and diffused. Okay, and then I'm going to, I think, let's put a little kind of a round, kind of a little round line there above her nose, just a bit, and diffuse that line as well. Don't make it a harsh line. We want a soft, diffused line there. Okay, and then I want to put just a little bit under her nose, right under the center of her nose, a little bit. Right like that. Okay. Now her lip, I'm going to put just a little above her line there. And under. And again, soft, diffused lines, nothing harsh. Okay. And I think very softly I'm going to kind of take that to the corner of her lip there. Very soft, diffused line, and to the other side, very soft, diffused line. Okay, so now we kind of have a shape for her lip, and it's just nice and soft. I'm going to do the same at the top. I wasn't sure if I was going to, but I'm going to. Okay. Okay, I want to go over this line a little bit. So very softly, no harsh lines, but I'm just going to go over it a little bit to darken it up just a little bit and kind of pull it into that crease of her eye. Now I'm going to grab the color Cinnamon. This is 189. And we're going to go over all of that earth green and then fade it out. So again, soft layers. We're going to go right over the earth green and then a little bit further, lightening our pressure even more as we get further out from that green. Did you ever think you'd be coloring skin with green that wasn't going to be like a goblin or something? Sometimes it's really fun to play with those other colors because we have so many colors in our skin. You can use blue to shade. Hello, airplane. Or purple. And in this case, we're using green. It could be a lot of fun to branch out and use some of those other colors. So I'm just very lightly going over all of the green and then fading it out. And if I want something darker, I go over it a little bit more. Never adding more pressure, just slowly building up those layers on the page. And it's okay to go over the same spot, you know, several times. See how it's starting to look like skin? It doesn't look so green anymore on that hand. Oh, it looks so great. Okay, so we'll do her neck the same. Go over all of that green we put down. And then fade it out. Now we have a nice dog barking. So great. So glad he could join us. So nice. Oh, it's so relaxing. I love it to just sit down and color. I feel like I haven't done that in a few days. I was trying to get my kids all ready for school and running around like a chicken without my head. And then my husband went to bed at 8:30 last night. Can you believe that? I'm usually up till like midnight. I went to bed at 8:30 because I was so tired from like the first day of school and all the stress of getting everybody where they were needed to be and with what they needed and worrying that they were all doing okay. And so nice. Oh, she's so pretty. I love her. I love her already. I feel like I become their friend as I color them and bring them to life. Like I learn about them and I don't know, color them into existence. I'm a weirdo. My goodness. Lots of little layers. That's really the key of these pencils, is that you're just lots of layers. It can be a lot of fun. And very relaxing. I almost kind of like zone out because I'm just going over the same area. So again, I'm just going over that green and then I'm fading it out, lightening my pressure so I get further away from the green. I want her to be fairly light skinned, but sometimes I start out with an intention and it gets a little darker than I originally thought, but I'm always pretty happy with how they turn out. Okay, I'm bringing this down that side of the face. We didn't put green there, but I'm taking this down a little bit further. Always using light pressure. If you feel like you can't use light pressure, try moving your hand back further on your pencil and see if that helps. We want to be pretty loose in our hands so that we don't hurt ourselves. This morning with my very first message, I woke up to a message on my phone saying that my nephew had been born in the middle of the night. It was so exciting. It's my brother's third little boy. Mommy and baby are both doing great. So I'm so happy to hear about that. I know Mama's been ready to have that baby. He's a little bit early, but not like scary early. He's just perfect. Right on time early. That was fun. I got to share his picture with all my kids before they went to school this morning. So they were all excited that they had a new cousin. They were like, he looks just like his brother. And I was like, he does. He looks like both of his brothers. Little clones of each other. So cute. Still going over that green. It can take some time. I'm sure I'm fast forwarding through some of this just so you're not watching me silently for an hour, but know that it takes some time. It's okay. Okay, I'm just bringing that color, lightening it, bringing it out away from that green. Don't be afraid to move your book around too to a more comfortable position. I try to keep mine as still as possible because I'm filming, but when I'm not filming and I'm just coloring, my book like moves every 2 seconds since I'm all over the place, finding whatever's the most comfortable to get the line that I want. So don't be afraid to move it around. Okay, and then we have that green on this nose too. We need to do it. So we want lightly, and then build up that color. Lightening our pressure as we come under the eye and away from the nose. And as we go up higher on the nose, we want to put some up there too, but lighten our pressure so it gives a nice fade there. So it's not going to be the same on both sides. And because we put the shadow of the nose on this side too, you could put the shadow on both sides. This is just an artistic decision of mine to just put the bridge of her nose on just one side. Okay, then we have that line we put across her nose, so we want to go over it with the cinnamon as well. Diffusing it lightly. Okay, and then under her nose, maybe bring it over under the nostrils as well. To help add shape to her nose. All right, now we just have around her lips. Look at your lips like this. Oh, that's the wrong Disney princess. I don't know anything from Rapunzel. It was after my time as a child, and I don't have any daughters, so it's not one that gets... I'll watch girl Disney movies every once in a while. They love Frozen. My little boys, they like Frozen. And I think they watched Brave not too long ago because she has a bow and arrow, so that's important. Okay, I'm going to take this and fade it in towards the lips as well because I'm just trying to diffuse that line a little bit. So I'm going to take it in towards her lips and away from her lips. I watched Little Mermaid a lot as a kid. What else did I watch? Snow White. Some Beauty and the Beast. I watched Cinderella at my grandma's house every summer. We didn't have Cinderella at our house, but she had it, so I would watch it. Because my brothers didn't want to watch it because I don't have any sisters, I have all brothers. She would let me watch it in her bedroom on her bed, and I always thought that was really cool. Okay. I feel really quite good about that. Okay, I'm going to take cream now. This is 102. And I'm going to put this kind of where, I don't know, under her eyebrow a little bit. Maybe where I want a little more highlight type action going on. So under those eyebrows. We're going to use this color again, but I just want to start by putting in a little bit. Right there on her chin, I thought looked like a good spot. Maybe up her nose a little bit. Right in the middle. Okay. Quite like that. I'm going to put that right there on her hand too. I don't know why. I just decided to. And maybe right here on her forehead again. Why? I don't know. Just for some differentiation of skin tones. Might be nice. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with the light flesh. And I'm going to go over everything. But I'm going to keep it light and go over it several times in those areas that I might want more color, and then go over it less times in the areas I want less color. That is my plan. It's all about those layers and not about pressure. Okay. So pretty. All right, her hand, we're going to do the same thing over everything, keeping the light pressure and then just going over it several times. Build up those layers. If you get tired, walk away, go do something else, come back and you'll, oh, I could put more layers now. Because it can get tedious to do over and over again. And sometimes you'll think you're done. You're like, okay, it looks great, I'm done. And then you walk away and you come back and you're like, oh, I could totally add more color. I could blend that more. So you end up adding more, and that's great. But if at any point you feel like I'm done, I'm tired of doing this skin, I want to do something else, I'm moving, she's perfect, then that's okay too. Because it's your coloring book, and when you like it, it's done. It's good enough. For when you're tired of doing it, it's done. It's perfect. No problems. Lots of layers. We're putting lots of layers. Nobody wants to hear you sing. Sometimes I can't help it. So nice. Polychromos pencils don't wear down as quickly as Prisma or a wax-based pencil. So that is nice, but you still want a nice point on your pencil. So if you get to the point, haha, funny, if you get to the point that you have no point, go ahead and sharpen your pencil. Oh my goodness, I'm just a hoot. I think we're gonna give this little guy a quick little sharpen. Nothing too serious because he's already so little. Okay, 1 turn, 2 turns, that's enough. I need to order another one of these. Oh dear. Okay, so onto her face. We're doing the exact same thing. We're just continuing on the journey of layers upon layers. going over everything. Come up over that yellow that we put. Getting everything. Getting that eyelid that we haven't done much with. I'm getting it this time too. Getting everything. Kind of like a little water line. I think I will get that. And the little tear duct. Get that as well. It's harder to go light with such a little pencil. I can't hold as far back. But I'm still trying to maintain a light pressure. Let's blend those lips out. Right up into that yellow on her nose. We're getting everything, but let's little pressure. I still feel like that lip could be faded out more. Over to yellow, over to this side, and then again we're going to go over it and fade it out. Everything. Light pressure, light pressure, light pressure. Okay, and then up on her, well, we need to get over here. We didn't do over here. Her eyelid, her waterline, her tear duct. I want all of that with this color. All right, and then up onto her forehead. Okay, we're not done yet. Okay, I want to go back to the cinnamon, and this is our opportunity to like darken anything up or blend anything out that we feel like needs it. I'm putting more on the crease of her eye and out. I just like that area to be a little darker on my girls. Again, I'm staying light. It's just all about the layers and can keep going. This is where good paper is important, because if your paper is really thin and doesn't have much tooth to it, it can have a hard time holding all of these layers. And you'll get to a point where it just doesn't take anymore. And if that's the case, know that it's the paper and not you. You're not the problem. Your coloring is not the problem. Your technique's not the problem. Okay, let's take it around to this side as well and darken up a little bit. Okay, I got caught up in the coloring and I forgot to talk to you guys. All right, let's see here if there's anything else. I kind of want to go around her mouth a little bit. Let's see. I don't know if that's making it better or worse. I don't know. All right, we'll kind of let her go for it. We'll keep going. Okay, then I'm going to take the light flesh again and just go over what we just kind of went over. It's all about going back and forth and building the layers. It really is like seeing, oh, I need some more depth here, so I need some more layers. It's all about adding layer upon layer upon layer until you feel good about it. Over the lippity lips. Okay, then let's grab that cream. And I'm going lightly again. Going to go over everything very lightly. Light pressure. And I'm just going over it. I just kind of want to give the whole skin just a touch of a yellow tone. You know, that's what I want. Very lightly. I think we're going to give her some deeper lips. What do you think? Okay, while we're zoomed in here, I want to darken those lips a little bit. Let's see. This is Venetian red. Let's try putting some of that in corners of her mouth. Down along the bottom. Other corner. Oh, let's bring the corner out here a little bit. Kind of made her mouth a little lopsided. Okay, then I'm going to take our cinnamon. And then that light flesh. Okay, let's zoom out and take a look and see if there's anything else we want to add on her. Oh, she's so pretty. Okay, I'm loving her. Let's, just for the fun of it, let's add some color in her eyes. I don't know, I'm grabbing a few colors here. Let's start with burnt umber. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit, maybe not as far as I was before. Okay, there we go. Burnt umber. I'm going to put that right at the top of her. Right at the bottom. Get my hair out of the way. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then, this is number 263. It's Capimortum Violet. Why not, right? Kind of looks like a brown with a violet base, you know? You put it in something like this, it really doesn't look violet. Oh my goodness, that dog. Hope you guys can't hear him. I think it's the neighbor's dog. I don't know why he's going nuts. Usually he's pretty good. Okay, like that. Let me go back to that burnt umber, 280. Oh my goodness. I'm in love. I love it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried so hard. I can't rise. Okay, then a black Posca paint pen. I got the smallest one I have. Oh, come on. I don't want to get a bigger one. Thank you. I love you for working. Okay. Try to make it as round as possible, but you know, sometimes. I think I'll do her eyelashes with a black pencil. Let that dry for a second. Let's grab black 199. Oh, this is just extra. It's not skin tone. We could have stopped, but I'm on a roll. This black is not as black as other blacks. You have to kind of go over it a few times because, again, layers. Lots of layers. Oh my goodness, that just brings her to life. Okay. her. This is a white Jelly Roll pen. There she is. She's so pretty. I want you guys to know that I've been working on this for over an hour. So it takes a while to color a picture. Look how much we got done. That's an hour, a little over an hour. So I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, that you enjoyed this picture. I really loved using the colors that we did. They're a little different with that green, but I think she turned out beautiful. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, that you find time to relax, de-stress, feel good. I feel good, man. A little sleep will give ya. It's good. And I will see you guys next time.